to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Hey man, let me ask you something. Somebody draws something and then draw the exact same thing, like right on top of it, without going outside the original designated art. What do you call it?
I don't know, man. Tracing?
See?
You want your book signed or what?
Hey. Don't get all testy with him just because you got a problem with your station in life.
Oh, I'm secure with what I do.
Then just say it. You're a tracer.
You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes or on the Stitcher app for Android devices. Please visit twostrangersonepodcast.net. Now, here's Chris Cologne and Paul Pasquillo.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Paul.
And if that voice from the very beginning of the episode sounds familiar, that is John Bailey. Unfortunately, he's contractually obligated. He can't say it's John Bailey from the Honest Trailers videos on YouTube, but that is the John Bailey from the Honest Trailers videos on YouTube and Smosh Games and a whole bunch of other stuff. He's slowly becoming a bigger YouTube celebrity, and it's so awesome that he did the intro for the show. So if you haven't subscribed to him yet on YouTube, check him out, or Honest Trailers, or I think he has his own, I want to say it's John Bailey VO on YouTube. But it's fucking awesome. I'm digging the music. I'm trying to see if I can find something else, but I kind of like that epic rock kind of sound. So I'm super happy. I'm super excited that we got and I think Paul, you've been on the show. You've been with the show for like over a year and a half now. I think that's the first time all the announcements were, well, except for the ones that the ones that Sketch did, and who's the other? Oh my God, Jim Nelson. Jimmy Nelson. I mean, they did.
Jim's gonna kill you, but that's fine.
I forgot Jimmy.
All of a sudden, I just hear Jim comes on and he's just like, "Oh, hi, I'm hosting the podcast now. What did you do with Chris? Don't worry about that."
But Jimmy and Sketch helped us with the other intros, but I reached out to a third party, and got, so that's I think that's the first time. I would call that our first official intro. That's that's like an official intro. Even though you've been with the show for over a year and a half now.
Chris, I will have to stab you later. It's fine.
But I think you're conspiring against me, man. Because
why am I conspiring against you?
Why is it that we're and once again, apologize for all the listeners. We only record every other week now, and it's not, it's just, and we'll get into that a little later. Last week I went down to New York City, so I was kind of busy. But I swear to God, it feels like we're releasing an episode every other week. But the fucking Tsunami Faithful podcast, you guys are pumping out 2 a week now. Because you'll do a regular episode, then you do an interview episode, then you do a regular, and I swear to God, I think you're conspiring with Sketch, and so you guys could finally catch up to the Two Strangers One Podcast numbers, because we're at 196 right now or something like that, and so I think you're conspiring our Sketch to slow down our numbers and get the Tsunami Faithful numbers up.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Right.
And right before this episode, come hell or high water, Paul, whether you're here or not, next week, hopefully, if everything works out the way it's supposed to, we'll be recording with Jen, a.k.a. Tarzana, a.k.a. Monkey Nuts, also heard on the Tsunami Faithful podcast. So, Paul, whether you're here or not...
Nobody cares about her, whatever.
Whether you're here or not, we're putting out a fucking episode. So Oscar won't write another horrible letter saying, where the hell's the episode? And speaking of Oscar, we might as well just get it right off from the very beginning of the episode.
Get it off right from the start?
Yeah, just pull it right out there. Okay, from Oscar. First, of course, I'm pissed because there hasn't been a steady flow of episodes.
Go on.
Second, did you guys see the NXT or SummerSlam? And he goes, I forgot you guys are poor bastards and can't afford $9.99 a month.
Oscar, I swear to God, I'm gonna choke you and then I'm gonna set you on fire.
That's what's you know what it is. And that's what's killing me. That they had NXT, they had SummerSlam, and they had Monday Night Raw. All 3 shows were in Brooklyn, and I was in New York City all 3 of those days. Once again, I live in downtown Manhattan, but from my house to the what they call that is the Nets. What the hell's the name of that center where the Nets play?
On
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're. Oh, Barclays Center.
Barclays Center. Like literally, if there's no traffic, you could literally drive from my mom's house to the Barclays Center in like 15 minutes. Of course, like I said, that's in a wonderful miracle world of no traffic. But and mind you, I lived in Brooklyn for a little while. There was traffic in that area way before the Barclays Center. I can only imagine the fucking nightmare traffic that's in that area. But all three of those nights, I really should have tried to see if I could get a couple bucks together and maybe go get a ticket. But I mean, I haven't been following wrestling at all. I mean, obviously it was real big this weekend. I mean, it was all over Twitter. It was all over Facebook about the NXT SummerSlam and Monday Night Raw. A lot of people were shitting on SummerSlam. Even you said
it was terrible. It was just. Ugh.
And I know NXT. That's like the up and comers, and I guess apparently is there some girls called the Vaudevillains or some shit like that.
Something.
And Lita is like the leader or like the mentor or so.
No, that's.
Or am I confusing?
You're going way too far. You need to stop.
I haven't really watched. Now, mind you, I caught a little bit of Raw because being in Manhattan, being in my mom's house, I actually had there actually was cable, so I watched a little bit of Raw. I kind of changed the channel after a while because I was just honestly I got a little bored.
Oh, Raw was so good. Oh, so good.
Oh, well, the best part of Raw that I guess you posted it first, or you posted that it was your face.
I'm doing it. If you could see if my camera's on right now and you could see me, I'm putting up the 3D right now.
Yeah. Dudley Boys are back. Now, and because Bubba Ray had a real big run at in the TNA wrestling, where he was for all intents and purposes like the head guy. He was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was part of a group called Aces and Eights, and he was kind of like their leader, which is TNA was doing their version of like D-Generation X or the New World Order, and he was the head of that. And I guess for legal reasons, I don't think he could use Bubba Ray, so he was calling himself Bully Ray.
Yep.
And he had a thing going there for a little while, but I guess that must have passed because for them to come back to WWE, which I'm pretty sure that's where the real money's at. I mean, it's better to be like a lower tier WWE guy than top tier TNA guy.
Well, okay, so what happened is him and Bubba Ray and TNA were finito because. If people remember, Bubba Ray was one of the entrants into the Royal Rumble. And that's what got everybody going, oh, shit, we need to have the Dudley Boys back. Oh, we need to have the Dudley Boys back. Fast forward to now, nobody expected this. This was, and usually I can pick up on some of this stuff like from, websites like Raja and, all these other sites that post wrestling news and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I guess it was secret up to the point of where they just showed up, and only a few select people knew, and everybody went, "Holy shit!"
Nice.
So this is good. This is really good.
I might actually start watching WWE now. WWE.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Devon, get this.
I looked at Kelsey and I went, I should have been watching. And then I decided to watch Raw for the rest of the episode, and fucking Kelsey is like, I fucking hate you right now. Because she's like, wrestling. And then,
it's bad enough Saturdays dedicated to fucking Tsunami. Now you got Monday night dedicated to fucking 3 hours of wrestling.
Well, no, we record the podcast usually. It's either Sunday night or Monday. It's going to have to be Monday this week. But then next what happened was John Cena comes out and fucking uses Jon Stewart as a ragdoll, pretty much. Does his finisher move on him, which was awesome. But I kind of wanted him to put him in, I think it's called the STFU, that submission move that he has, because I kind of wanted him to break his arm. I'm sorry. I honestly, I understand the kids watch this and everything, but fuck it. Let's just break his arm.
Well, it's just, what the fuck is Jon? I mean, I get that Jon Stewart was he's fucking hosted a Daily Show, what damn near 20 years. For all intents and purposes, I mean, the show was funny. Obviously, yes, it was a joke show, but I mean, it got to the point where they got like legitimate credibility. I mean, they were making jokes about news stories, but for all intents and purposes, they were doing news stories. I mean, a lot of young people got their news from Jon Stewart more than they did from the fucking 8 o'clock news. And then he fucking goes and does like fucking WWE. Like, what the fuck is that about? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's fun. It's cool.
Well, no, he's a huge WWE fan, so that's why he did it. But, like, I understand. Like, it was the stupidest reason for him. He's like, oh, I did it because I don't want you to... If you're going to beat Ric Flair's record, it shouldn't be against Seth Rollins. And I'm like, really? I'm like, really?
It reminds me of, like, back in the WCW days when they had, like, fucking Jay Leno and Dennis Rodman and what's his face, Arquette, what's his name?
David Arquette.
David Arquette. You know what I'm saying? It was just, but okay, so let's move on. So to finishing up Oscar's letter.
Let's clean up the mess and move on.
No, but actually here he's complimenting you. He goes, third, Paul, can you please teach Chris how to how to groom a proper goatee? He goes, I swear to God, Paul, you seem to be the only normal one out of Two Strangers, One Podcast and the Tsunami Faithful families. So that's it's a compliment, So all the times you threatened to send Darrell to his house,
So you're not okay. I guess you're not pissed at me. That's fine.
Well, no, yeah, because you thought I was mad at you for us not recording. It wasn't that. I
thought you were cheating on me.
No, I wasn't.
You're my side chick. You can't cheat on me.
Next week you got to show up, or me and Jen are just going to do this all by ourselves. Which
that's what she said.
Which I'm not going to complain about. But okay, so
we know you won't complain about it. Jesus, you'll probably jizz right in for people will be like, I can't hear through the mic. Why is that? Oh, I kind of jizzed on the mic. Sorry.
Well, in other good news, and this literally happened today. People long time, and also welcome to any new listeners to the show.
I've heard a couple of you have been from the Tsunami Faithful podcast are listening now, so welcome. Hopefully we don't scare you away. Fuck Chris, he is scary, but that's fine.
Well, it is the Facebook videos. I've been posting on Facebook and I've been posting on YouTube. These are older episodes only because I'm just trying to do them in order. And oddly enough, Facebook actually does a better job of pushing the videos out there, like putting the videos on people's timelines, and not that YouTube doesn't, but right now, because I do monetize the videos on YouTube, so I think since they're monetizing, their algorithm's a little bit different. Facebook kind of does its own thing. I mean, we're not getting a dime from Facebook, but it's promotion for the show. But it's just been 3,000 views or whatever, so it's pretty awesome. I mean, I guess a view counts even if someone listens for like 5 seconds or whatever, but fuck it, counts. So any new listeners to the show, welcome to the podcast. It's gonna get crazier in a minute, but right now, but I just wanted to say welcome to any new listeners. But good news, and this literally happened tonight. Now at my job, I am the third in command. I'm not the manager. I'm not the assistant manager. I'm a shift supervisor. So that being said, I've been going to these shift supervisor classes, which, it gives you a chance to get the fuck out of work. I mean, I'll sit in a class, let me sit in a classroom any day as opposed to dealing with the fucking customers that I deal with. But the classes are actually given by our district manager, and and it's a very relaxed setting. I mean, of course, he's teaching us he's teaching us lessons about how the store operates and how to treat customers and all this other stuff. But it's like I said, it's a very, very relaxed conversation. And I've been telling my manager, I said, look, I got to get the fuck out of this store. And it's not, I don't hate my job, I don't hate my coworkers. Oddly enough, I don't hate my boss. I work with good people. My boss is a good man. It's the fucking customers that drive me nuts. So actually at class, my district manager, and he told me, he goes, let's talk when the class is over. So, nothing's set in stone yet, and it's probably going to take another month or so before anything happens. But I'm going to be transferred out of my store. I'm leaving the hood, Paul. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. And actually, and I don't. Oh yeah, I told you the other store that they're working on. I'm leaving the hood and actually going to the suburbs. Because that store, I don't want to give the actual address, but that's a very suburban area. I mean, it's kind of like where the suburbs meets. It's kind of like where the city ends and the suburbs begin. I mean, literally. I mean, like you go maybe 3 blocks and you're technically in the city again. But it's the suburbs. It's nice and happy, pleasant people, and not so many shoplifters and not so many no panhandlers and no
speaking of
drunken
shoplifters.
Oh yeah. Okay. You had a story from.
Oh my God! So, Chris, I worked at this gas station for almost a year. The first time I worked there, I think it was more than that. I think I don't remember. Whatever. And then I've been working there for about 2.5 years now. Oh my God. So some guy comes in. Quick story. Some guy comes in the other day. He's like, "Oh, I want a carton of Newports." I'm like, "Okay." And I've never seen this guy, so that was my strike one. I should have realized that. Strike 2 is I got it, and then strike 3, I noticed that he had one of those Go cards, and before I started to say to him, "Is that a gift card?" And I didn't get to say the whole thing because he took the things and ran out. So. Man.
Yeah. So and like I said, I've dealt with that also, where someone comes in, they order something, and unfortunately, say what you want to say, and trust me, I have all planned to get in this. Say what you want to say about whatever. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover or whatever. But actually, you do let your guard down. You do actually, for a split second, think, "Oh, this person's a human being." This person is not going to be a piece of shit and try to rob me. I mean, you're not thinking about that. I mean, you're not thinking, "Hey, this person's a piece of shit. I have to put my guard up because they're going to rob you." Then boom, what do? They fucking prove. They go ahead and fucking act in a way that is, in a way that goes, oh, that's right. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking lowlife. You're a scumbag. I'm sorry. I treated you like a human being for a moment. I actually trusted the social contract that we all keep. And you know what? I should have treated you like the fucking animal that you are. And you decided to just steal. And, now mind you, like with your situation, yours was a carton. In my situation, it was only 4 packs of cigarettes. I should have known it was an issue, when 4 packs, and the guy snatched out the counter and fucking ran out the door, and I got other people in line. I can't run after him. I got 3 more people waiting in line. So, and it's funny because you had posted that and I said, let me guess. He asked, he was pretending like he was going to purchase it, grabbed it and ran, and it's like, do we have to, when you go into certain neighborhoods, like where I used to live in the South Bronx, you go into certain stores and the whole store is behind fucking bulletproof glass.
Right.
And if you want something, the guy has to, or, nowadays stores, like gas stations, they lock their doors at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? They won't even let people in the store because they know something bad's going to happen. Now you got to come and talk to this little fucking hole in the fucking bulletproof glass, or talk to the fucking revolving door to get your shit, because people don't know how to act and people don't know how to fucking maintain themselves in public. And it's a fucking shame that shit like that happens. And let me tell you, I mean, kind of to bring it back to me, because that's what I'm about. But
of course you are.
I can't, I can't wait to fucking get away. And what I'm saying is, like, I like my coworkers. I feel, in a way, I feel bad. Like, I feel like I'm fucking abandoning ship. But it's also like, hey, if you're not going to ask for a transfer out, like, okay, like a bunch of people that I work with live in the area, and they're not going to transfer out, because why would you transfer to a store further away from your house when you could fucking walk to work? A lot of my coworkers don't have cars,
right?
Because, well, some of my peers and like almost none of the cashiers in my job have cars. They all walk to work, what I'm saying? Or they get rides from, their wife or their mom or whatever. I and plus the fucking cherry on top of this fucking thing is the store's actually closer to my house.
That's right. You just go straight down Hudson, don't you?
Yeah. Podcast edit. No, but it's, long story short, I mean, it's a lot closer to my house. It's in a lot better area. and I mean, it's going to be weird because part of this podcast, part of my part of my angst is complaining about my job. I don't know what I'm going to do if I have nothing to complain about. I mean, there's still plenty of other shit to complain about.
Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Speaking of complaining about things, what's this about? Some 30-something-year-old?
Okay, so as I mentioned, a couple. Oh, here's the funniest thing. Also, I want to say hi to my dad. My dad listens to the podcast, and even my dad was like, "You know what? He goes, Oscar's gonna break your balls." That was kind of funny. Because
break your balls, man.
Because we didn't record last week, but last week I was down in New York City with my family, and my dad was like, "Oh, you're not putting out an episode this week? Oscar's gonna fucking give you shit." So what's up to my dad? But that being said, I had mentioned a couple months ago that I was dating a girl for about 2 months. It was a girl that I met on a dating site, OkCupid, and I've complained about the girls on these sites. I mean, obviously,
times, trust me.
And look, I know I'm not fucking Prince Charming. I know I'm not Prince Charming, but when I'm in a relationship, I think I'm a good guy. I've been, I'm very respectful. I mean, that was part of the whole reason me and this other girl broke up, because I felt that she wasn't giving me the respect that I was giving her. I was giving her tons of respect, and then she disrespected me. But okay, but that's neither here or there. So obviously, when you meet these people, and like I said, I'm no Prince Charming. We're all damaged. You know what I'm saying? We're all fucked up in some way, shape, or form. Especially if you're at this stage in your life and you're on a fucking dating site. So obviously, the site chooses people closer to your age, and there's an option called Quick Match, where it's very much like Tinder, where the picture will come up, and just by looking at the pictures alone, you can choose if you like the person or don't like the person. So and it's just like Tinder. If you like them, you swipe left. If you don't like them, you swipe right. The only thing I don't like is that when you have to. I'm sorry. No, if you don't like. No. Okay. So if you like them. No. So the funny thing is, if you're trying to scroll through the pictures, you may accidentally not like them. I've accidentally while scrolling through the pictures have swiped right and fucking put it that I don't like them. And if you don't like them, the profile goes away. You never see them again. And so like there's been a couple times with those girls I thought were cute or interesting or whatever looking, and I've accidentally swiped them off. But okay, so this girl, 36, I'm 38, the most defining feature I would have to say is that, and once again, look, I'm no Prince Charming. I'm a fat guy. I'm 300 plus pounds. I got a shaved head. I got a fucking year. My beard is officially a year. I've been growing it longer than a year. I know I look the way I look, but this chick had fucking the biggest Coke bottle fucking glasses. I mean, when you see people when they have really, really bad eyesight, and you look through their glasses and their heads look tiny because the way the light refracts through the fucking lenses, what I'm saying? Like fucking Hubble telescope fucking lenses on her fucking glasses. And so, and actually, I mean, she seemed pretty interesting, and we're kind of talking, well, not talking. I mean, I had sent her a very, very flattering message because I had liked what she had said in her profile. And she wrote me back in a nice way. She wasn't rude or anyway, and it's funny. I kind of feel bad about, tearing into her, but it's also, she's like,
no, you don't. Shut up.
I don't. But it's like she goes, I'm sorry. You seem like a nice guy, but I can't see myself dating anybody with kids now. And I was, and unfortunately, and it's funny, for 1 second I like this girl, the next second I'm fucking infuriated and I want to fucking throw her from a moving bus because it's like. You're 36. You're on a fucking site. Unless you're looking for guys in their fucking 20s or whatever. In what fucking world? Now the girl I was seeing a couple months ago, she didn't have any kids, but that's because she had fucking medical problems. She couldn't have any kids. Not that she didn't want any kids. She just, unfortunately, she got a bad fucking hand in life and she couldn't have any kids. But what kind of fucking person, in their 30s, late 30s, doesn't already have a kid? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I made a joke. I mean, I have friends of mine that don't have kids, and honestly, those are people who've, they wanted to fucking travel the world. They wanted to go backpacking through Europe, or they did this and they did that. But for all intents and purposes, all of my peers have a child. You know, I mean, some of my friends are lucky enough to still be with the parent of that kid. You know, the you know, if they're a guy, they're still with the mother of the kid. If they're a girl, they're still with the guy, you know, the father of the kid. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. People who already have kids fucking hook up with other people who have kids. This future, or should I say this present, is the way the fucking Brady Bunch was. You know what I'm saying? People with fucking kids meet other people who have kids. And hopefully, if you're lucky, you know, things work out and the kids will get along or whatever the case may be. But, you know, what kind of fucking, and especially that I can understand if this chick was like super hot and she had the position to be selective and picky. But I mean, like, you got fucking Coke fucking bottle glasses. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of nerdy looking. And so who the fuck are you to fucking have any kind of like, and especially such a bogus standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, because, you know, so what? I have a kid? What? Because I might actually have to pay attention to my child more than you? You know, I don't understand that kind of mentality. You know, I'm not looking for a fucking mother. My daughter has a mother. We'll get into that. And not, and I'm not putting down my baby doll. You know, I've done that enough. I'm just saying my point is
I've done that enough.
I'm just saying I'm not going to make this into my baby mama. I'm not making this about her. I'm saying, you know, my daughter has a mother. You know, I'm not looking. This isn't fucking, you know, like instant soup, just add water. This isn't instant family, just add mommy. No, I'm looking to date somebody. I'm a human being. I'm a human being that had a child. Things didn't work out with the parent, and now I'm looking for fucking. You know, does that make anybody less of a person because you had a fucking kid? What if she doesn't know me? And she doesn't know me. What if I had a kid with someone and the fucking mama got hit by a bus? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm some tragic fucking widower. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the situation and you're going to fucking judge somebody. And so it just really, 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 really kind of pissed me off. So, you know, like I said, you know, you're in no fucking position to be fucking picky. You know, go fucking adopt a cat or a dog or whatever, because you're with that kind of fucking mentality, you're going to be lonely. And you know what? I guess with my kind of mentality, I'm going to be fucking lonely also. So, you know, it's frustrating. Okay.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, it is very frustrating. But, you know, when you find that one girl like me, it pays off in the end. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm still looking. You know, I mean, like I said, that particular day, it just got me infuriated because it's like, of all the things to judge me on, like, at least, you know, get to know me. You know, find out what my situation is. You don't know why I'm a single dad. There's a million reasons why I could be a single dad. You know, and just to judge someone, you know, well,
it's not the fact that you're single. It's not the fact that you're a single dad. It's the fact that, you know, why don't you at least take the time and see who I am and not just like fucking be a fucking douchebag about it. You know?
But if I was Zac Efron with a fucking kid.
Oh yeah. No. Girls have double standards, dude. It's look, if it was fucking like Justin Bieber and shit, like, oh yeah, oh look, he's so cute, oh my god, you know, and now it's just like, no, fuck you. Mm-hmm. All right, whatever.
So okay, now I'm going to try to blend this into this other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about. And this kind of involves you and me once again on Facebook. The very, very real scenario of being in the friend zone. It's funny, you know, how we go from, you know, I'm talking about looking for relationships. But there was a guy who posted a video online, and I should give credit where credit's due. Long story short, this guy posted a video about him being in the friend zone with a lot of attractive girls.
Oh yes, I remember this. Yeah. Oh. Oh yes, I love this one.
I'm trying to scroll through my page to see if I can fucking find.
So he makes these funny videos.
Okay, Scooter. Okay, his name is Scooter Magruder. SCOOTER MAGRUDER. Now, like I said, this obviously, you know, this guy's like a filmmaker or whatever. You know, he's making a funny video, but everything that's said in this video is so true. Where a guy's around a girl and she's like, "Oh, you're like my brother." Oh, girl's like, "Oh, no, I don't want to. I'm not looking for a relationship right now." And he goes, "But I just saw you on Tinder last night." You know, "Oh, that's different." Or when a girl goes, "Oh, I like a guy. I wish I could get a guy like you, but not you." You know, then there's girls who've said that. These are very, very fucking real things.
Yeah. What and And then some girl, and I don't know what the fuck was her, like, I swear to God she had a tampon up her ass or something. Like, some girl, we're in the middle of talking about this shit on Facebook, and she's all like, oh, well, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm. And see, okay. So
can you take the tampon out of your ass or something? Like, seriously, like, I'm like, look, women do this all the time. Okay, that's what it is. It's the truth. Women do this all the fucking time. So for you to sit there and try to spin this a different way, oh, well, you know, men take it the wrong way. Men don't take it the wrong way. Men are simple. Let me, ladies that listen to this podcast, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how simple men are, okay? And stop me if I'm wrong, Chris. You can do that if you want. Mm-hmm. But, okay, there's 3 things that men want. They want to sleep, they want sex, and they want food. That's it. That's all we want. We don't want fucking issues. We don't want
feed us, fuck us, and shut the fuck up.
Well, something like that, but not quite to that degree. But I mean, you know, women tend to think that, you know, we are complex. Men are not complex. We're simple. Women are complex. Mm-hmm. Women tend to make things out to be more than what they are. And they tend to take offense to things that when you're just trying to have a logical conversation about why you're feeling a certain way and they take it to a different degree, it didn't need to go there. It is what it is. I needed to tell you, and I'm sorry that if you're taking this the wrong way, but that's not what it is. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's just funny to see that video because I was like, exactly. I'm like, that's fucking exactly what I'm talking about because it is. It definitely is what I'm talking about. Like, women do this, and you know, maybe some of them don't do it on purpose, and you know that's probably what it is.
Well, I think to just add some, women like attention.
Yes.
So whether they're doing it on purpose or accidentally, they love attention. They love to have someone listen to everything they say. Even if it's something that a guy doesn't care about, you know, they want somebody. That's a desirable trait for a woman. They want a guy that will fucking hang on to their every word.
Oh, yeah. But see, and to take it a step farther, guys don't want a fucking complex girl. They don't want to come home and, like, the first thing that comes out of a girl's mouth is, go fuck yourself. I've had that happen to me before with an ex. Just I worked a 15-hour day. I'm like, hey, honey, how are you? Fuck you. What? Wait, I'm sorry. What crawled up your ass? Like, honestly, one thing that men do not want is stress. Okay, and you don't want your men stressed either, because that's the problem. Like, girls think that, you know, they want this attention. Some girls are turned on by fucking, like, making their man mad and then fucking having sex with them. In what fucking world are you living in that a man wants you to fucking have sex with him and then, like, right after you piss him off? Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, at first, you know, the guy's gonna be like, oh yeah, this is great, this is awesome. But then eventually they're gonna be like, fuck this, I'm not dealing with this. You know, like, why am I gonna deal with your fucking bullshit? I don't need to deal with your bullshit. Mm-hmm. You know?
And like her main argument, her main argument was, oh well, guys do it too. Guys tell girls anything they want, and they'll sleep with them. You know, like, you know, there's guys who will tell a girl anything she wants to hear to go to bed, and these are two different things. A guy is looking to manipulate. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be real here. A woman is being manipulative without even thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And you would think it shows you how, like if the guy's being an asshole. Don't get me wrong. Guys who will say anything to get a girl into bed is an asshole. But when you think that everything you're doing is right, like you can't even see what you're doing is wrong. Like, you can't see, oh, you're stringing this poor guy along. Every time you call him and you want to hang out with him, and you know that it's all innocent. It's not innocent. No guy wants to hang out with a pretty girl. No, not as a friend. No, you're hanging around because you're thinking you're going to get pussy. And she's like, oh, well, did you make that clear at the beginning? Yeah, like, you're supposed to meet someone, unless you're on a dating site or something like that. You know, no one says, hi, my name is Chris. We just met, but I'm looking to eventually get into a relationship with you. Nobody meets like that. A lot of people kind of meet casually or whatever. You have something in common and it turns into a relationship, or, you know, and hopefully as a guy will lead to sex. she's like, oh, did you make clear? No, it doesn't happen that way. Nobody talks like that. Nobody says, yes, my name is Chris, and eventually, hopefully, we will fuck. It doesn't happen that way. You get into a relationship, you hang out with a girl. I mean, if she's cool enough, or she likes the same movies you like, she likes to play video games, you're hanging out together, you're hoping, okay, maybe this will turn into something. Guys don't want to hang out with girls. They don't. And she's like, and it's funny, and I don't want to talk bad about him because he's still a hero of mine. And it's funny. The two people who found this video objectionable were a woman and a gay guy. And I don't want to get into the whole politics of that, but she goes like, oh, we're friends, we're intergender friends. Sweetheart, he's a gay guy. Of course you two could be friends. He's gay. He has no interest in wanting to fuck you. So yeah, that's a genuine friendship. If you guys are friends, now I tell you what, you can be my friend, like you could be my genuine female friend after I come, whether it's
wow,
whether if you whether it's with you or somebody else, saying somebody has to make me come. Now, if I still want to hang out with you after I busted a nut, yes, we are friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys will put up with shit just so they could finally get some ass. And then, it's funny, like the minute you fucking bust that nut, you're like, oh, I'm fucking tired of this chick. But like I said, if you knew that I just busted a nut and we're hanging out, then it's great. If a guy has an attractive girlfriend, how many female friends do you think he really has? He's not hanging around, he's not hanging around these other girls. Sure. If he's coming, if he has someone that will help him come, so like I said, if you're a female and I'm hanging out with you and I'm like, and look, and I'm not trying to say about guys cheating or anything like that, but if a guy is in a happy relationship with a girl, and forgive me for just being so like straight, like only talking about straight relationships, but if a guy's with a girl and he's happy and he's getting all the sex he wants, any girls he hangs out with, those are his friends. Those really are his friends because he's already coming. He has nothing. He's not trying to get anything from these women, but how often do you see that? You don't see guys who have steady girlfriends have girls that they just hang out with. And plus the girlfriend won't let it. Most girlfriends won't even let that shit happen.
Oh, no. That won't happen.
That shit, you must be the fucking Mac if you got that kind of game. Either that or the girl is fucking hideous. You're dating a girl who has big giant Coke bottle glasses, and then your girlfriend will let you hang out with her because she's not threatened. Yeah. So, and like I said, I don't want to make this like, she made a big deal about it, and it's just like, and it's one of those deals where holy shit, she you protest way too fucking much on my page over something. Now, I had made comments because once again, and I've said this before, I've been put in the friend zone many fucking times, and there was a time where like I went for like years on being on a couple different girls' friend zones, and all of them. Every single one. I can't name one girl that didn't go on to a fucking horrible relationship with some guy that treated him like shit and whatever. And that was the comment I was making. I had posted that video saying, oh no, I don't want a nice guy. I want a guy who will cheat on me and beat me up and fuck my sister and fuck my friends and steal my money, And that was the comment I was making. And she made it all about fucking, oh, well, guys do it too. And I'm not making that fucking point. I'm making the point that I was in a friend zone. Yes, it has made me angry and bitter. And the women that had put me in the friend zone went on to guys that treated them like absolute garbage.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Maybe they should have, chosen a guy from the friend zone.
Chris, this goes back to the whole point of the girls these days fucking, and it still makes me laugh to hear this. Oh, I've never been on a date before. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean you've never been on a date before? Oh, I've never been on a date before. Excuse me? Mm-hmm. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, you don't know what a fucking date is? Like, look, Chris, I'm not anything special, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm nothing special. But I at least know how to take a girl on a date, okay? Mm-hmm. It's simple. Dinner and a movie. How can you not get that? How can you get that wrong? Mm-hmm. And it's easy. And in most times it's cheap, but lately it's been becoming a little bit expensive. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not rocket science. Like, this is not fucking like I need to do some formulas and whatnot to figure out how to date a girl. No. It's simple. Okay, girls, it's simple because guys are simple. Mm-hmm. Ladies, stop being so fucking complex. Mm-hmm. Okay, and by the way, at the end of the video, he sits there. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got a date tonight. I can't come over." And she's like, "Well, why? You've never asked me on a date." girls do that too.
Yeah, exactly. The minute you show interest in somebody else and you're not giving them the attention, boom, all of a sudden it's oh, why, now all of a sudden. And it's the same reason like girls will flirt with married guys, or like when I was married and before I found out my wife cheated on me, I was loyal to my fucking wife. Before I found out she cheated on me, you couldn't. Let me tell you, I went to a bachelor party in Atlantic City, and I don't know if I mentioned this before. It was a night. It was out at the Borgata Hotel. And the Borgata Hotel is an awesome fucking hotel. And they have a couple different stages. One stage was Chris Rock. The other stage was Bon Jovi. So the fucking crowds there were so fucking awesome. Now, mind you, in the middle of the Borgata Hotel, in the middle of the casino, there's a thing called the B Bar. And I'm with my friends. It's a bachelor party. We're getting shit-faced hammered. Now, mind you, at that particular time, I'm fucking sitting in this nice fucking leather chair, minding my own business. I'm drinking my beer. I'm hanging out. Loyal husband. This chick comes up to me, looking at my tattoos. Oh, you got nice. And she's fucking showing me like basically the fucking crack of her ass and like the side of her ass to fucking show me a tattoo. She's pulling up the leg on her thing, having this whole conversation about tattoos. And before you go, this is just a conversation about tattoos. No, people don't generally fucking pull down, the back of their fucking pants to show somebody the fucking tattoo. Nobody's that proud of their work. You know what I'm saying? This girl was straight up flirting with me, coming on to me. She was very attractive. But in my head, I didn't even entertain the fucking option of fucking around. You know what I'm saying? It's just, when a guy is loyal, he's going to be loyal. And I totally lost my fucking train of thought on where I was going with that. But
basically girls take it to another level that they don't need to take it to. And what it is, again, it's simple. Guys are loyal to you when you do simply three things. Feed them, fuck them, let them sleep. That's all you really need to do. I know it's that simple, and some girls are gonna be like, "Oh, you're being sexist." I'm not being sexist. I'm being honest. Like, ask any guy. There's three simple things that a guy wants. And you know what? Let me. The one thing that I said to her, and how you can take this away, and we really should stop talking about this in a minute. But like, I'm sitting there saying to her, what you don't seem to understand is guys, while yes, there's going to be guys that are probably plowing through 30 or 40 women, at the end of the day, they're not looking just for sex. They're looking ultimately for that one woman that will do those three things. That will, give them sex when they want it, let them sleep, feed them, and not be a fucking bitch. And honestly, like, it's that simple. And when you find a girl like that, a guy will be loyal to you until the end of his life. Like, this is not rocket science, people. Like, you ladies out there that are listening to this podcast, if you want a man to be with you, you just need to do those three things. I guarantee you, he will be loyal to you to the end of the day. And if your pussy's really fucking good, he will not fucking leave you. That is the truth. I'm not fucking sitting here telling you something that you don't already fucking know. Stop putting guys in the friend zone. Stop fucking around, because chances are the guy that you're putting in the friend zone, 9 times out of 10, will not only fuck you better than any guy that pretty much is an asshole to you, but will take the time to fuck you. They will take the time to go out and buy those things that you want. Take the time to think about you. When you're having a shitty day and you come home and randomly there's a rose on the table. Some women are fucking, materialistic. Like, oh, fuck that. Real women are like, oh, that's the thought of that is just so great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so stop putting men in the friend zone and take a chance on a friend, because you know what? Let me tell you something. That friend that you fuck might be the man that you spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah. And it's funny because women say, when they talk about like long-term relationships, oh, I want to marry a guy who's my friend.
Exactly. And they end up not, I hate to take it to Chris's degree, but they end up marrying the wife beater,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you wonder why you're in the situation you are. I mean, here's the problem. And I think I'll finish on this note.
Mm-hmm.
So women complain that men are starting to date younger these days. You want to know why men are dating younger? I'm guilty of this because my fiance is 9 years younger than me. You know why we're guilty of that? because none of you fucking women our age pay attention to us. It's all, oh, I got this problem. Oh, I fucking don't have. I can't date a guy that has a child. Come on. Or my favorite. Oh, sometimes a kiss is just a kiss. Oh, I still remember that fucking line. I laugh. Like, get your fucking life together and see what's in front of you. You have a guy that wants you. You have a guy that literally would get down on one knee and probably propose to you right there and then. Mm-hmm. If you're stupid enough to give that up, then you're a fucking idiot. And you deserve to be alone. Okay? Because again, it's very simple here, ladies. Sex, food, fucking sleep.
Silence.
You know, and to add on top of that, don't be a stress to the man, because if you do those things, you're gonna have a great life. You're gonna find a great guy, and you're not gonna end up on the news dead. Mm. And what I mean by news dead, because something happened recently, I'm talking about those stories where we find out that the husband beats the girl to death or whatever or whatnot. I'm not saying that women have anything to do with it, because 9 times out of 10 they don't. Mm. But you put yourself in that situation. You could have easily found somebody better, but you found the wife beater. Mm. Sorry, ladies, but I don't have sympathy when you sit there and date the loser that fucking beats you every day. And then you don't go to the police like they tell you, okay?
Gotcha.
Take a chance on a nerd. Take a chance on your friend, because at the end of the day,
they'll try harder.
They're going to try harder. They're going to do everything you want, and you will, at the end of the day, get every fucking thing that you want. I guarantee you. And that's been a little word for Pulp School.
And with that, we'll be back with more dick and fart jokes.
This episode of Two Strangers, One Podcast is brought to you by Comics Etc., 1115 East Main and North Goodman at the Hungerford Building, door number 8. Find out more information at comicsetc.biz or like them on Facebook at facebook.com/comicsetc1.
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. Pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-n-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com.
And now for listeners of Two Strangers, One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase.
And we're back. Okay,
Jesus, that was so fucking long. Holy shit.
Yeah, the first half of the show might as well be a whole show standing alone on its own. Okay, I guess we could kind of cut short the nerdy news this week, and let's talk about the few things we do have on the list. What I'm going to do is I'm going to edit, even though we're recording this right now, right before this episode, as we recorded, they had released the brand new Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens teaser trailer, yet another teaser trailer. Now of course we've seen like the 4-minute fucking trailer or whatever, but this one was not a 4-minute trailer, but I mean this was a teaser trailer, and what got me is it has the character Finn, played by John Boyega, with a lightsaber, and you see the Sith, the Sith looking. There's a whole bunch of rumors saying it's not a Sith, but a Sith. What's the word I'm looking for? A groupie, a person who like really wants to be a Sith but isn't a Sith, walking around with the funky lightsaber, the red one. They come face to face, and you see Finn lighting up the lightsaber. And as Paul has said, you're hearing rumors that lightsaber is the one that was in Luke's hand when his hand got cut off in Cloud City.
I don't think that it is, but but
that's the rumor going around.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is just a moment, I'm going to play the audio. Now, of course, you see these videos on YouTube, reaction videos. We were literally, my recording program just happened to be on when I happened to come across this video. This is in no way, shape, or form fake or made up. I'm not acting. You're gonna hear me fucking bust a nerdy nut when I see this trailer. And let me tell you, it's not even like 30 seconds. It's not even fucking 12 seconds or something like that. It's like this super short video. But just seeing the bad guy, the guy with the red lightsaber, his name is Kylo Ren, and Finn, which is supposed to be the good guy, played by John Boyega. You see them basically turn on their lightsabers to fight each other, and I lose my shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it in right now. Here we go. What's this? Force Awakens. Finn using his... Holy shit. Okay. An hour ago on Esquire. Oh, wait, it's video? Wait, what the fuck is this?
It's a short, thing.
It's another trailer.
Kind of. It's just really short, though.
Holy shit.
Okay. Simmer down. Are you crying yet?
Holy fuckamoly.
All right, I need to go back here.
Wow.
Simmer down.
That was fucking awesome.
Did you just jizz in your pants?
Oh shit, yes. Holy fuck balls. Wow, that was all because I wasn't expecting it. That's like a genuine And ladies and gentlemen, that was me genuinely losing my shit over a Star Wars trailer. I mean, this thing, it is like a fucking religion. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't planning that. So that is an actual genuine moment of joy. A miserable prick like myself, screaming like a little girl because
he was screaming like a little girl.
And like Paul and I were like in the middle of a conversation, and you had no idea what I was doing at the time. And I'm watching the video, and it was so fucking awesome. Okay, so once again, I've been following the show Mr. Robot. My friends on Facebook have seen. I actually took a picture in front of the dumpling house. If you watch the show, Mr. Robot, the character Elliot and Shayla, his neighbor or slash drug connection, they live in a place in Chinatown, downtown Manhattan. That's downstairs from the place is a dumpling shop. I took a picture right in front. I was like, I grew up probably 3 blocks away from that place. Now, yesterday, or when this episode comes out, the Wednesday of this week, they were supposed to have the series finale. It's like episode 13 or 10 or something like that. And once again, this show has straight up ripped off Fight Club to the fucking point. Now, mind you, I've only seen episode 9. Episode 10 hasn't come out yet. They actually used the Pixies' "Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind?" which is a song that's playing at the very end of Fight Club while the fucking credits are rolling. So it's not a coincidence. When I first watched this show, I'm like, man, this show is stealing so much from fucking Fight Club. And I was like, at that time, I'm like, okay, look, maybe you could just say he was influenced by Fight Club. Maybe he liked the movie so much that he wants to put as some people would call it, an homage. But let me tell you, when he's using the fucking Pixies, "Where is my mind?" Fuck you. You're straight up stealing. You got to send fucking David Fincher, the director of the movie, and Chuck Palahniuk, the writer of that book, a fucking check, because that show is straight up stealing. Now, straight up stealing from Fight Club. That being said, episode 10 was supposed to play last night, but unfortunately, due to the shooting in Virginia, where the guy shot the reporter and the cameraman, they said there's a scene that's somewhat similar to that. So they haven't, they actually postponed the episode a week to kind of let the heat die down. If you haven't watched Mr. Robot, I mean, trust me, if you know where to go online, you know where to look, you can find them. But it's on USA Network. But I think what they're going to do is they're going to release it on DVD, because the one thing I kind of liked about the show is that they actually have cursing in it. Now, of course, all the times they say shit, it's perfectly okay to say shit on cable, because cable is a pay service. It's not, FCC regulations don't enforce the rules. That's why, like, on Comedy Central, they can say shit, and on USA Network, the show plays after 10 o'clock at night, so they can say shit. They just basic cable channels choose to kind of semi-follow FCC rules just so they could get advertisers, because if you have fuck, maybe Toyota won't sponsor your show if you keep saying fuck all the time. So what they did is they actually have cursors in the show, but every time they say shit, they let shit go through. Every time they say fuck, they they don't bleep it. They just take the audio out. So I think if they're going all those trouble of letting them say fuck all the time, they're probably going to release it on DVD. Like I said, they're seeing the series as it is. I mean, that's definitely who knows? Maybe down the line I might actually get the DVD box set, because huge chunks of the show are filmed downtown Manhattan, which kind of gives me old memories of where I used to live in the good old days before the hipsters came and destroyed it.
Before you started killing people.
So like I said, that one episode of Mr. Robot, the last episode, is being pushed back a week because they say there's a scene that's eerily similar to the shooting in Virginia. I haven't watched the video yet, but they've played the audio on the radio. And as much as a sick fuck as I am, I'm a sick, evil bastard. I keep making jokes that I'm going to climb a clock tower. I actually don't want to watch a video of someone getting shot. And hearing the audio was bad enough when they played the audio on the radio. That's my biggest fear. I know the people, if you saw a guy getting choked out by the police, that's just as bad. No, it's not, because the guy getting choked out by the police was a guy who was resisting and could have easily could have walked away, or could have been taken away live in cuffs if he didn't resist. These are people doing their fucking job, not knowing that there's a fucking gun pointed at them at that very moment, and then have someone fucking put whatever 13, 14, 15 shots in you. So
that is true. I will go with you on that.
Yeah, it sounds weird. I don't want to watch a video of people dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, it's just like, I haven't watched the video and I don't want to, because it just sounds, it's a little, like I said, that's sort of one of my biggest fears, to die for no reason, to die because some crazy person thought
some crazy fuck decided to go on like a killing spree and shit.
Because that guy, there's all these stories that he thought he got fired because he thought that she reported him to Human Resources, but I think there's no like real basis in that fact. But in the mind of a crazy person, whether it's real or not, it's real in that crazy person's head. So to die for something so fucking useless and petty, it's like that. It really fucking bothers me, and I'm like, I'm actually showing my human side when I say that. But so that's, I haven't watched the video, and I don't.
Wait! Stop the presses. You have a human side?
Yeah, I'm a human side. Look, I'm a sick, evil, vengeful fuck, but
yeah, you are a sick, evil.
I'm vengeful against people who deserve to be avenged. People who deserve to fuck some other. I can point out 99 people on the street who deserve to get fucking shot, not someone who's just going to work doing their fucking job. Please come to my old neighborhood and come to the neighborhood where I work in, and feel free to shoot many people on the street. Just, someone trying to do their job, doing an interview, and you're just going to fucking shoot them. And then the cameraman, shoot the cameraman. The guy's beef was with the reporter, not the cameraman. The cameraman died fucking guilt by association just because, he happened to be there working with that woman that day. Right. So it's just, that just bothers me. But let's move off that fucking negative shit. American Dad has been renewed on TBS, and I love the fact that TBS has kind of taken its initiative. Still doing the Conan O'Brien show. They spent all their money fucking buying Big Bang Theory reruns, but keeping putting more money in Seth MacFarlane's pocket. But it's not a bad thing. I'm so glad that, stuff like that. I'm glad that they're supporting that show. And I'm not the biggest American Dad fan. I'm not. But I mean, it's a funny show, and I'm glad that, they're not resting on saying, oh, only Fox can give us money. No, let TBS give you money and keep the dream alive. And let me tell you, it's funny because like this past weekend, going to my mom's house and actually watching cable, like all weekend long, there were like good movies on cable. Because I had planned, because actually, what's his face? George Christic was in town. That was part of the reason I went down to New York City. George Christic was in town because he was at the League of Legends Championship at Madison Square Garden. And I'd hit him up on Twitter, and I'd wanted to see if he was going to hang out. If there was any time he was going to hang out, I wanted to fucking I wanted to go fucking, talk to him and hang out with him and stuff like that. Unfortunately, he didn't really hang out. And on his Twitter feed, he was kind of hanging out with old buddies from where he lived or where he stood when he lived in Jersey. So that was a big chunk of why I went down to New York City. The first part, then the second part was to go see family. But so since I was kind of home, just kind of chilling, just trying to see if I was going to wait till the night.
He's trying to invade me. That's what he's trying to do.
And but like, there were so many good movies, but then I was like you see, okay, I watched a bunch of good movies on Saturday, and then those same movies were still on cable on Sunday. It was like this is the whole reason I don't really pay for cable, because it's like, don't get me wrong, it was great for like 2 days, watching movies, but if that's going to be the same fucking movies over, I mean, how many times can you watch This Is the End? Or how many times can you watch fucking, This Is 40 or Anchorman, or, what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, it was fun. It was a nice little like vacation getaway to go to my mom's house and, watch cable and kind of just hang out in air conditioning and stuff like that. But holy shit, did I fucking, I'm glad I don't fucking blow that kind of money on cable, because, if I have to see the same shit over and over and over again, fuck it. I'll just do what I do and just get fucking, just watch YouTube and shit.
No, you will get fucking cable. As I told you. I don't know.
I should. But I mean, if they had fucking, a la carte cable where you could get certain if you could just pay just for the channel, I'd get fucking, I'd get Cartoon Network so I can fucking watch, Toonami and Adult Swim and everything.
I would record you watching Toonami. That would be like
one day we should do that one day. I should probably come over and watch Toonami with you or something like that.
He's like, fucking goddamn Toonami, fucking pieces of shit.
Well, I mean, I kind of got into Kill la Kill.
Did you get into it?
Yeah. So, okay, I think we're going to wrap it up.
That's what she said.
Okay, so please visit twostrangersonepodcast.net, where you can find all things show related. You can go back and go on iTunes. You can find our iTunes, subscribe to us on iTunes, and not download every single episode, because I'm actually starting to clear out episodes on our server space. But you can find older episodes of Two Strangers One Podcast on YouTube. And like I said, yes, we've been getting some views on YouTube. Unfortunately, YouTube, the algorithm, I think if I keep putting episodes up, YouTube's eventually going to have to fucking show us, like, have us show up on other people's pages, like on algorithms and shit like that. So I'm just going to keep shoving that shit down YouTube's throat until they fucking finally start sharing us. I'm not really pimping the videos. I said, let me just see if it'll go viral or whatever, or at least go, get a little more of a following. Because I'd rather have, that's the one thing I got to say. Thank you for the new listeners. I'd rather have a nice, solid, relatively smaller number of loyal listeners than fucking people that are fly by night, fucking, fake fans. But but once again, on fucking Facebook, the Facebook videos, the video's been watched like 3,000 times. So, I would love to see the revenue on a 3,000 view video, if if YouTube decides to finally start putting us on people's feeds. So you can visit, find out our iTunes, subscribe to us on iTunes. So when new come out, if you have iPhone or iPad or iPod. If you don't have an iPhone, iPad, or iPod, you can listen to us on the Stitcher app. That's STITCHER. That's the Stitcher app. It's for Google devices. Any podcast worth listening to is on there. You got Kevin Smith's Smodcast, Chris Hardwick's The Nerdist, This American Life, Mark Maron, Adam Carolla, and of course the Toonami Faithful podcast, Paul's other baby. You could listen to episodes there, and as soon as they come out, it uploads to your device. What I like most is the listen later option, where while you're at home or you're in a Wi-Fi spot, or if it at Dunkin' Donuts or not Dunkin' Donuts, at McDonald's or the public library or Starbucks or anywhere that has Wi-Fi, you can download the episodes in a Wi-Fi spot and listen later, so you're not killing your data plan and you're not killing your battery trying to fucking get data from the data plan, from some tower 5 miles away. You could listen to it later when it's more comfortable for you. And it only keeps like the most recent 10 episodes. If you want more, you could download more, but it keeps the most recent 10 episodes on your device. And it's fucking awesome. I love the Stitcher app. If you want to write to us like Oscar does and be a part of the show, you can write to us at twostrangersonepodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that's twostrangersonepodcast, all spelled out, at gmail.com. Like I said, we're on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search for Two Strangers, One Podcast. I've been so crazy busy with going on in New York City. I have so many ideas for stranger vlogs. I just haven't had a chance to do one. But I have the older episodes of Two Strangers, One Podcast with the old co-host, Kristen. And I've been listening to the episodes. And you know, it is funny to kind of go back and listen to.
I'm better.
Well, no, look, you know, it's a different animal. It's a different podcast. But, I mean, you know, it's cute. If you want to listen to me talk to a chick about comic book movies and stuff like that, especially that she doesn't know, nor does she care. But it's
still fucking better than her.
But you know, it's the history of the show, damn it, and it's fun. It's fun. And we're eventually going to get to our episodes. I just have to get through fucking 120 of them first before we get to our episodes. Then YouTube. Oh yeah, and of course, like I mentioned, Facebook. It takes 2 seconds on Facebook to like the videos. We've been getting a lot of activity. People have been sharing the videos. People have been liking the videos. So you can go to Facebook, facebook.com/Two Strangers One Podcast. Once again, all spelled out, facebook.com/Two Strangers One Podcast. Of course, we want your money. We want you to give us money. But if you can't give us money, just share a link. Just share a link to the page, like any particular post. It certainly helps the numbers. And like I said, I've been putting up the videos on YouTube and putting the links there, so you could put the links to the episodes that are on YouTube on your page. If you could direct more traffic to us, that'd be fucking awesome. And that's about it. I acquiesce the floor to you, sir.
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter at Geeky Inc. No, that's not my Twitter.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. At Twitter at Stranger Podcast. At Stranger Podcast. Yes. Sorry about that.
Why you got to be interrupting me?
I'm sorry. You mentioned Twitter. I totally forgot about Twitter. I got so much other shit I got to remember.
So you could find me on Twitter at Paul Pascrillo. You can also find me on Instagram. It's instagram.com/Paul Pascrillo. You can ask me questions. It's ask.fm/Paul Pascrillo. And you can find me, as Chris has said, on the Toonami Faithful podcast each and every week. It is podcast.toonamifaithful.com for all the episodes, including our exclusives. So you can do that as well. And as I fucked up and said, Geeky Inc., we have an album coming out called We Are the Faithful. Actually, looks like tonight the date might be pushed back because we have something exciting happening, hopefully. So, I'm hoping that everything works out with that, and we will give you a new date once that comes. But if you want to listen to the new music, if you want to listen to all of it, it's soundcloud.com/Geeky Inc. Productions. Click on the playlist now that says We Are the Faithful, and you can listen to all the tracks that are currently up right now. There will be more. As the CD comes out, the music will come out as well. And for those of you that are listening exclusively to this podcast, I will definitely note that if you pre-order it on Bandcamp, which is geekyinkproductions.bandcamp.com, you will get an exclusive track that is only available by pre-ordering or ordering after the due date is up when we release the CD officially, that you can only get by purchasing the CD on Bandcamp. It is a free track, and so you should go there and buy it there. But yeah, that's about it.
Geeky Inc. GeekEinc. Go there, click on every link, follow everything, download every video.
It's geekyinc.com, basically.
Geekyinc.com. Go now after you're done listening to the podcast. Go watch,
or you'll die.
Click on everything. And hopefully next week we'll have Jen on the show, a.k.a. Tarzana, a.k.a. Monkey Nuts.
Nobody cares about Jen. But
Paul, whether you hear it or not, goddammit.
No.
There are no more complaints from Oscar. So with that, we certainly hope you guys enjoyed listening and had as much fun as we did recording. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers One Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Paul.
Don't be a stranger.
Peace. We're out.
Bye. You should be fapping.
All up in my face.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne? Smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I got to meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia is spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea,
Yeah,
man.
is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show, I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it, that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I
and
will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.